hello. This is my real, this is my real
Even
voice.
your high voice is baritone. You're like, hello. Hello.
Right. That's
Yeah.
my real voice.
No, it's not. Don't you lie to me.
I just pretend to
Simeon,
talk that other way.
I've seen you very drunk. I know that's not your real voice. Okay.
Okay, fair.
We've started Simeon Goodson.
Oh, hi. Hello.
How you doing,
I'm
sweet man?
doing well. How are
yeah,
you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on Good Time,
No,
gal.
thank you for having me.
I'm
This
your
is
host,
amazing.
Caitlin Peluffo.
Oh, give it up for your host, ladies and gentlemen.
Now
Oh,
that's
my
what I
goodness.
say when you host at the Cellar.
Give it up for your host.
Yeah, that's what I'm
that's what
saying.
we got to do.
We
We got to
gotta
look
do-
out for each
we
other.
gotta give it up for the host.
Right, give it up for your host.
Simeon.
It's always fun when like somebody doesn't really know my name.
Yeah.
And, like, you can tell. They're like, give it up for the guy, your host. Give it up for Buddy over here. Give it up. He's doing such a good job. Ah, my God, my friend.
My main squeeze.
Right. Doing such a good job.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
thanks.
God. You're like, you don't
Like,
know me.
Thanks, Ray Romano. Thanks. I appreciate that.
I am doing a good job, Ray.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, super famous television and movie star. That's cool.
Oh, well, Simeon, I'm so excited to have you on.
Right. I just learned the premise of the show.
Yeah.
And I'm a little offended.
No, I did pick you.
You were like, I know the perfect person
Yeah.
for this show.
Well, I mean, the thing is, we've known each other for like a year, I
About
would
a
say.
year-ish,
Yeah.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then, but we haven't really had like a deep heart to heart,
Uh-oh.
you know?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to.
Well, we've performed a lot together.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's very
we
intimate.
were fast friends, I would
Right,
say. Yeah, we
right.
got along right away.
Trauma bonding.
We were silly fun time. We were like, let's make the most of this scary situation.
I think I'm going to get kicked out.
Yeah.
I didn't do that well last night, and I think this is my last spot.
This is my last
I don't
spot.
thi-
I don't know, because we both got passed around the same time, right?
Right.
And so the
yeah,
whole,
it's just that whole year of trauma bonding.
yeah, the first year of just like, was that good enough? Am I good enough?
Liz looked at me weird yesterday, and I
Yeah.
think I'm going to get fired.
Yeah. And then we're
I'm
just like,
sending my avails to New York Comedy
Yeah.
Club because I'm just going to give it up.
just start drinking. Drink.
Right.
Drink
Oh,
while
man.
the drinks are free. Let's
Drink
go.
while the drinks are free. That was such like a mind fuck. Like when they first, like when I passed, and then
Mhm.
like I asked for a drink, and
Yeah.
tried to give them money, and they were like, no. They were like, your money's no good here. I was like, what the fuck?
I know.
I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a trap.
I was like, I'm prepared for you to be out of business
Right,
in a week.
right.
How have you stayed in business?
They just factor it in.
Yeah. Nuts.
It's crazy.
I mean, imagine being in an industry where giving free alcohol and knowing that you will lose money based on your clientele is like part of your business plan.
Right, but they're gonna make it back.
Oh yes, I'm sure.
That's how funny we are.
That's how much money they must be making.
Right,
That they're like, yeah, you can have a Tito's and soda
right.
on
They're
us.
like, have a bottle.
Yeah.
We charge them $40 a shot.
Yeah. I mean,
like we're good.
yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'll have a bottle.
Yeah. Well, if you're offering.
I do. I feel like I drink less now because I'm very like in there. Like I'm just
Yeah.
I'm really trying to like keep it together.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I think I've had enough.
Yeah.
Like anywhere else, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'll drink this whole shit. I'll drink this whole fucking bar. But and there I'm just like, oh, let me chill. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I've had two.
I'm the same way. I think I've gotten drunk at the Comedy Cellar twice. Once it was on Aperol Spritzes.
Nice.
In the
It's always the
summertime.
light stuff.
Yeah. And
Sneaks
then
up on you.
the second time was on like last Wednesday when I had a bunch of Negronis. And I was just like, how did this happen?
Right.
And then I was just like, well, I've embarrassed myself. Time for the next 6 months
Right.
to
just
dry
drink
out.
somewhere
and then-
else.
And then come back.
or dry out. Okay, that's an option too. I just go somewhere else and
Yeah.
drink there, then I wear out my welcome there, come back. I just bounce around. People are like, where you been? I'm like, just chilling.
Yeah.
Right.
Keeping it
Spreading
even.
the love. Right. Spread the love around.
Simeon, where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, from New York.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
from
fun.
New York City.
What part of Brooklyn?
Now I'm in East New York. When I was little, we were in Fort Greene.
Okay.
And then we were in Park Slope for a little bit. We were in Crown Heights for a little bit.
Yeah.
So we bounced around.
Nice.
But we were always in Brooklyn.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
used to live in Crown Heights.
Crown Heights is dope.
Lived there for like 10 years.
Which 10 years?
Yeah.
'Cause it's
The problematic 10.
like 90 to 2000.
No, no. I meant the different, like the gentrifying. Yeah.
Okay.
Take a look at my shirt, Simeon.
Yeah, I know, but honestly, like at this point, post-COVID, you don't even know. Like,
yeah. I think it was like from 2005 to 2015.
okay, those were fun years. That was when like gentrification was new and novel.
Yeah. Yeah, I got there and I was like, this is great.
Right.
And then it changed and
And
I
then,
got
like-
priced
And
out.
then- right, like the other white people
Yeah.
came.
Yeah, the
Like,
other white people came.
adventurous white people. The first round gentrifiers are kind of fun because they're like, we love beer and
Well,
weed. And
I went to art school, and so that's what it was.
okay.
I was a poor artist.
nice, right? That's perfect. You're like,
then
let's collaborate.
and
Have you
then,
ever,
yeah.
like, hey, white girl, you ever heard Bob Marley? She's like, oh no,
Oh my
this is
God.
crazy.
This is nuts. Let's make a mural.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Do you think the store owner will let us paint a Bob Marley mural?
But it has to be rainbow.
Right, right.
He loved all of us.
See, that was fun gentrification.
Yeah.
You
and
guys
then-
introduced us to tacos. You're like, oh shit, okay. I
Pork
never had a
belly
soft shell. Right, I never had soft shell before. I only had the crunchy stuff from Taco Bell. This is very interesting. Thank you, white people. The Mexicans like, what the fuck? That's our shit. He's like, get out of here, Mexicans. Leave us alone. We're bonding.
Okay, so growing up, were you hip? Like a high school? I guess like
Well,
we always start in like a high school area.
Well, I went to Brooklyn Tech, which was a specialized high school.
Oh, special how?
It was an engineering school, so like you have to take a test to get in there. So we were there. So like we were like nerds.
Yeah.
Out of all the kids in the city, like
Yeah.
out of every high school, we were like the nerds.
Yeah.
So like we had to be like extra tough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
when
yeah.
we were outside, we had to like present like super tough. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we know math, but we still fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so that was our vibe.
Were you a little
But we
trouble?
weren't cause like you, like in hindsight, you think about it then and you're just like trying to be tough. You're like, I'll fight you. But then you look at like the other kids who were like really doing bad and they were
Yeah.
like impoverished. You know what I mean? Like they're like selling drugs to like feed their siblings.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, yeah, I think you're tougher than me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in hindsight, you're like,
Yeah.
you're probably tougher
Yeah.
raising a household at 13 than I am. You know.
Yeah. Just being like, I'll fight
lighting
you.
firecrackers, right? And starting trouble on the train. You're probably tougher than me.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it,
Yeah.
you probably had a little rougher.
Yeah.
I was just trying to prove something. Like you had to fucking like live.
Yeah.
And I was just like, all right, yeah, I guess. All right, we're even. Let's,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's the same. you
Yeah.
know, but no, it was. So that's what it is.
Oh, so you were lighting off firecrackers, but still doing math. That's exciting.
Right. We was in class.
Did
and
you
doing shit.
drink in high school?
In high school, I was a big weed guy. I actually didn't start drinking until after high school. That was kind of like my thing. That was like my vibe. I was like, nah, I don't drink, y'all. I just smoke mad weed. You know what I mean? Like I was that cool guy.
That was your identity.
right.
Yeah.
Right. That's exactly what it was. Like that. I was like, nah, I don't drink.
Yeah.
But I smoked mad weed. Like I still smoke mad weed. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
that's when I started smoking mad weed.
Mhm.
Cause like Cypress Hill had just came out.
Oh, yeah.
And like, you know, Wu-Tang and all this shit was
Mhm.
happening. So like weed was just like this amazing, you know, rebellious, crazy thing that you can do.
Yeah.
And you smelled like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it
yeah,
was
yeah.
a whole personality. Like you smelled like it. People could
Mhm.
tell you were high. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And so that was my personality. So I just smoked mad weed. And then after, you know, like I think it was like the party when high school ended.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck it, let me drink too. You know, because
Yeah,
it was like
yeah,
the
yeah.
end of high school. So I was like, yeah, nah, tonight I'll drink. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, yeah, Sim's drinking. You know what I mean? So like it was that type of vibe. And then we went to college and that was it. It was
Yeah.
a wrap. That's when we learned about 40s. Well, that's when I learned about 40s.
Yeah. Where'd you go to college?
University of Bridgeport,
Ooh,
Yeah.
Connecticut?
Connecticut. Yeah.
Oh, that's
It
exciting.
was only a year.
Yeah.
It was 1 year. It wasn't like, yeah.
You didn't like it?
I wasn't, like, it was like my first taste of independence.
Mhm.
Like, I wasn't ready for that shit at all.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
my
yeah.
mom was like kind of like helicopter-y
Yes.
because, you know, I was like wilding out. So, you know what I mean? So, like, she was like trying to keep tabs on me all the time. So that
Yeah.
was like the first time it was just like, do what you want. And
Yeah.
I did what the fuck I wanted.
Yeah. I feel like that first year, that's what I did. My first year, I just discovered drinking
Right.
in college and I just lost my shit.
Right.
Yeah. Because I had no stress. I was just like, ah!
Right.
Just doing beer pong on a Tuesday.
Right.
Like,
just
why?
sleeping
For
like
who?
in a hallway.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
sometimes that's where you land, and that's where you land.
Like people, college was there was a security guard who like let us drive his car.
Yeah.
We didn't have any license. Like I didn't know how to drive.
Wait,
like,
what?
Yeah, it was crazy. College was a weird place.
He let you drive his car?
Right. We would like sell him weed or we would like give him weed.
No, you're gonna have to elaborate. What is happening?
Well, yeah, I mean it's no backstory. Like we had weed to sell and he wanted some. So like we would sell him weed, but we were like, yo, let me use your car to go to the store. You get beers and shit. He'd be like, yeah. Like some of us could drive.
The security guard?
The security at the dorm. The security guard at the dorm. I mean, he wasn't there. He didn't last long. Don't get me wrong. Like, this is not a guy who's still working there. Like, this guy was in and out. Like, we met him. You know what happened? Like, we met him, and he came in, and, you know, we was young and cool, and I guess he was probably, like, around our age, but maybe, like, a little older, but he's working security, so he's just, like, you know, he's like vibing with us, you know what I mean? So we like sitting out smoking cigarettes and shit. We having conversations. He's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm from around the way, da 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 da. And then we just talking. He's like, yo, you want weed? And he would give us weed and back and forth. So we was like kind of friends. It wasn't just like we was taking advantage of him. Like we would sit and chat with him and shit. But still, like at the same time, it's like, come on, you know, like this is bugged out. Like you can't do this.
No.
And he would be like, yeah, take my car. Like we'd be like, damn, we gotta walk to the store. He'd be like, nah, take my car, go ahead. And we'd be like, yeah, no doubt, good look at it. We'd take his shit and just go fucking.
You don't even have a license?
Not yet. I didn't even have it wasn't even like I didn't have a license, but I knew how to drive. Like I didn't know how to drive. Like you know what I mean? Like sometimes you're like, nah, you know, I didn't have a license, but you know, I've been driving for years. Like, no, this is like my third time in a car, like ever. So I was just like, I mean, we didn't die, but yeah, he didn't last too long.
Yeah, no, I have a feeling that guy
long in there.
got the cut.
Yeah, it was like, sorry, bro.
Yeah.
Like we saw you on tape smoking blunts with the students.
And then giving them your keys.
Right. You're supposed to tell them not to smoke weed and not to drive.
Yeah.
And you're doing the complete opposite.
So that they can get drinking underage.
Right. So we get 40s from the bodega.
You know what? Good for you.
Right.
What personality skills you have for you to be able to be like, hey.
Well, it was us. I think I'm still like that.
Oh, yeah. You're very personable. I'd do anything for you.
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
Goodness.
It's not that kind of podcast.
I saw the name. I was like, God damn.
See?
Let's go. That's fun. Hell yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that right with you right now. What is the podcast? That's why I got here so early. I was like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go. I didn't have no pants on, and I saw Jeff. And I was like, oh, what's up, Jeff? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just you, me, and Fonzie.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, somebody got to produce. You know what I mean? You can't just. It's, you know, the behind the scenes people. You got to show respect to the behind the scenes people. That's who holds
They're making
us all
it all
together.
happen. Yeah.
Right.
You know, we're nothing if it's not videotaped.
It's true. It's true. You ever just did a live show? Like, fuck that. What is that about? This is trash.
This is for no one.
I'm like, no one's recording this? Wow. Well, thanks for wasting my time. How am I going to caption this and put it on my Instagram?
I mean, so, okay.
Sorry.
So you go to, don't you dare apologize. You're doing nothing wrong. You're being a goddamn star. That's what you're doing. Okay. So you go to college.
Right.
Doesn't work out. You come back.
Come back
to New York.
What
do you do when you're in New York?
I start bartending.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I know this life.
Waiting tables and bars. Well, I started waiting tables.
Yeah,
and then that obviously just leads into bartending.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I'm like 19.
Yeah.
So I'm not even old enough to drink legally.
Yeah,
but I'm like working with alcohol.
Yeah.
So like we would work or whatever, and then after work we would all just like go to the bar next door.
Yeah.
Like me and my coworkers. So they didn't question it. You know what I mean? Nobody's gonna, like in restaurants, nobody's gonna be like, hey, the staff next door can't come in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like nobody's gonna do that. So like I would just party there from like 19 and then like on my 21st birthday, I went in that bar. And I was like, yo, it's my birthday. And they was like, how old are you? And I was like, I'm 21. They was like, what the fuck? I I was like, oh, she didn't know. Because, like, I knew they didn't know. Because, I told them that. They were like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
They're like, what do you mean? It's 21 today. And I showed them my ID. They were like, what the fuck? You know, they were like really upset. They were like, well, what the fuck? Like, you can't do that. And I was like, I won't do it again.
Yeah.
Like, I won't come back underage. Ah.
Yeah. It all worked out.
I'll never do it again, bro. I promise. I'll never be in this bar underage.
So what how was your 21st birthday? Did you get a little?
Oh, we were just
spicy?
getting shit-faced in general.
Yeah.
This is like, all right, so what year is this? This is like 2000, so it's like the millennium, it's Y2K. There's a lot of shit going on where like we were like unsure about the future. We were young.
Yeah.
Mad good music was coming out. You know what I mean? Like just all types of shit. Like Justin Timberlake was hot.
NSYNC.
Right.
Yes,
No, this is like he was like solo by this point.
Oh.
You're right. This is like Justin Timberlake's first album,
it.
which was like when black people loved him at that point. Because he was doing shit. This is before Janet Jackson. So he's working with Timberland.
Yeah.
He was always around rappers and shit. So like, we fucked with Justin Timberlake heavy. And then, it was like Nelly. It was just that era of music where everything was a party song. And
yeah.
we was just all partying all the time. Like we would leave work at like 3 a.m. and then go to a club till like 7 a.m.
Oh, God.
And then we started doing ecstasy. Like ecstasy came out. And yeah, we was doing that shit. So we was really just drinking Hennessy and orange juice.
Imagine you on ecstasy.
Oh my God.
That is wild.
Yo,
because you're already just a ball of joy.
Ecstasy is the reason I love house music. Ecstasy, like in house music and orange juice, that's a vibe right there. You can't really go wrong with those three.
And orange juice?
Orange juice. That was the thing. Like they say you gotta drink water to keep hydrated, but if you drink orange juice, it'll like kind of keep the Molly going a little longer. I don't know if that was true, but it might have been like psychosomatic, but we fucked with it. We was like, yo, more orange juice, bitches. Like this orange juice ain't working no more. More E-pills, baby. The ecstasy economy was so fucking weird because it was like anywhere you got ecstasy, it would be like 1 pill for 20 or 100 pills for 30. You know what I mean? You're just like, well, I guess I'll take 100. You know what I mean? And that was the whole E-pill. It was such a weird economy. It was like you could have very few for a lot of money, or you could have all of them for very little money. You're like, I will take all of them. Thank you. I'll take every E-pill. And then they had like little designs on them.
Oh, really?
Right. There was like, that was like how you know what kind of ecstasy it was. So it had like a dolphin, blue dolphins.
Yeah.
They had diamonds. They would put like a little like Batman symbol.
Oh my God.
They would have like a Wu-Tang symbol. And this was like pressed directly into the pill. So you would like look and like people would have different pills. You'd be like, oh, nah, I like the dolphins. Those are my shit. Or like, nah, I don't fuck with those Batman.
So it's real. Law and Order didn't lie to us.
What?
Law and Order, the TV show.
What did they say?
What are these narcs saying?
Right.
No, they literally, I remember one episode where they were like, one had like a piggy on it or something.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And then they were just like, the piggies are killing people.
Wait, you didn't know that was real?
No.
Oh, my God. No, yeah, no, okay.
Like, so they were doing their research, Law and Order.
No, yeah. That shit was like legit. People was like dying. People would like die of like dehydration. That's a good fucking drug. If you just die because you forgot to drink water, like you were partying so fucking hard that you forgot to drink water, that's a good fucking drug. Like that's a good time. You're like, yo, I forgot to have water and I died. Like, I was having such a good time. I forgot to drink water. Like, wow. That's a fucking blast.
Yeah,
I don't
you're
care
not
what
wrong.
you say.
You're not wrong. Now I want to do it. Uh-oh.
No, I don't think it's around anymore. It's Molly now.
Yeah,
Ecstasy
Molly
has evolved into Molly.
I've done Molly once.
Okay, it's
I had
the
a great
same
time.
shit. Yeah.
I was just like petting my own hair and was just like, I got to get my life together, you know?
Because the problem with the E-pills is they started making like fake E-pills that had like no MDMA or like they would be like, other shit.
Like speed, right?
Right. So it was just nobody knew what was in the pills no more. And then they started faking the brand. So like a blue dolphin wasn't a blue dolphin anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Right. Just fucking, we need regulation. We need government regulation for E-pills.
That is his platform, people. Please vote for Simeon.
Right. I'm a liberal through and through. I believe in big government. I think the government should get involved in the drug trade.
Yeah. Honestly, tax it, and there goes our debt.
Right.
Our national debt is gone.
Just don't let the tech people do it.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to mom and pop drugs. You know what I mean? Because when the tech bros get into it, it gets annoying. Like they just make shit annoying. Like I don't want to sign in. Like I just want to buy shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't want to make a password.
No.
I just want a sweater.
Yeah.
That's it. Just let me get a sweater. I don't want a password. I don't want a login. I don't want none of that. Just a sweater. That's it. Just a sweater. Why you need my number? Why you need my number? Just give me the sweater. I give you some money. You give me a sweater. Let's do that. Right? Well, no, like, why you need my number, Macy's? You gonna call me? Like,
well,
you don't
they save
need
your coupons.
No, you don't need my number. Just give me the sweater. Let me get a sweater. That's it. Look, I'm here. I got some cash. Let me get a sweater.
You are a well-dressed man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. That's a nice hat.
Thank you. I got this from my boy Malik, a.k.a. Suge RZA.
Yeah. Hi, Suge. Friend of the pod.
Yeah, that's the legit hustle. They hold us down when we do our our productions in Brooklyn and shit. Like they kind of like, because we drunk wild comedian motherfuckers. So it's good to have like a business dude.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Okay.
Like he cuts us off and shit. He's like,
oh, that's good. Right.
He's like,
where was him in my 20s?
Right. You got to earn that. That comes with time in comedy.
Yeah.
Because you got to admit that you need it.
Yeah.
You got to learn to admit that that's something you need. Because when you're young, you're like, I got this.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll do it.
Did you ever have any close calls when you were drinking?
Close call? I crashed a car in Abu Dhabi. No, Dubai.
You what?
I crashed my car into a light pole.
First off, how did you get to Dubai?
Well, this is years and years later. We were still up to college, but yeah, I didn't drive. I'm from New York, so I don't really like drive.
No, that's clear.
That's not my thing. Like I have a license, but like I'll never choose to drive. You know what I mean? Like I'll never be like, hey, y'all want to ride with me? Like I'll jump on a bus. You know what I mean? I'll jump on a bus until it's Uber distance and then do that. But like I don't really like driving at all. So like for the most part, outside of the security guard and shit like that, like I would drive home drunk in New York, but it was like I knew the path.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was just kind of that muscle memory. Like I didn't have to be awake. But I did get I got pulled over because I was driving with no headlights.
Oh,
and the guy opened the window and smelled the liquor, and then breathalyzed me, and then I had to go. I had to go spend the night. I had to go do a little sleepaway for the evening. And
I love that you call it a sleepaway.
Yeah, just for one night.
That's not bad.
Right.
All right.
So that was one night, and then that was in New York, and then we left to live abroad. So we went to Abu Dhabi.
What made you choose Abu Dhabi?
My ex-wife was a teacher. So she was just kind of getting these offers where it was like, hey, teach abroad, try it out, that type of shit. So she looked at the one, did some research. It was like, well, fuck it, let's try it. So I was like, hell yeah. I was working for the city and I was doing, spots and shit. I wasn't at the Cellar, but I was doing spots around the city. I was touring. Before we left, I was touring with Hannibal Buress. And then the tour ended.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was the first time I'd ever been on tour, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
on that level. So I was like, while it was happening, I was like, this is going to last forever. I can spend this money. I don't need to save it. And then the tour ended. I was like, oh. I was like, when's the next show? He was like, no, that's it. He's like, I filmed. We're done. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Because I just put a down payment on a car. And but that had ended, so I didn't really have any direction as far as comedy. You know what I mean? I mean, of course, we grind it out, but I didn't really,
When you're early, you don't know what you're doing. You're just like, well, this is good, so I will just do this.
Right. Yeah. And then there was just that sense of adventure. Like, fuck it, let's move to the Middle East.
Yeah, why
you know
not?
What I mean? Right. I'm from New York. I'm tough. Fuck it, I can.
Yeah.
If I made it here, I can make
desert.
It anywhere. Right. So then we go over there, and I mean, it was just huge culture shock. So my ex was working, and I had the kids all day. And then I would just shoot out at night to do shows, but the shows are always in Dubai. We lived in Abu Dhabi, so it was about an hour and a half drive to Dubai, back and forth. So I would do that to go do shows and shit. And then, I'd have a beer or two. You know what I mean? At first show, you don't have nothing.
Yeah.
Second show, you have a beer.
Yeah.
Third show, you have a beer and a shot. You
Yeah.
know, and then it's just kind of so like the more shows I'm doing, like the more comfortable I'm getting,
Mm-hmm.
just fucking wilding out. And then, so about 2.5 years into this time, they opened up a Pizza Express in Dubai.
Oh.
And the dude who was in charge of like events and shit, we had worked with him at like another show somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like, for opening night, we're gonna have you come in, we're gonna do comedy, we're gonna have bands, we're gonna have all this shit. It's free everything, free food, free drinks. We go there, we get fucking bent, like insane. Like as soon as we walk in the door, because it's a fucking party, and it's a Middle Eastern party. So it's like, everything is fucking extravagant. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
really?
Is
it like fancy?
It was you're right. I said Pizza Express, but this is like the nicest fucking restaurant.
Wait, I'm thinking of a Pizza Hut with
this is like
the roof.
It's like a restaurant, like with like fancy shit and a bar and all that shit. But they sold pizza, like, you know, that's very, like, to them, that's very novel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a pizza restaurant to them is like, I mean, they also have Pizza Hut and shit in like the mall, but this is like a sit down. This is the equivalent of like those spots like in Dumbo.
Oh,
you know what I'm talking about? With like,
like a Roberta's.
Right, where it's like a fancy pizza spot. So that was kind of the vibe they were going for. But we got fucked up. This dude comes in, Emirati dude, and he's like, yo, I got this honey from the Himalayan mountains, and it's gonna get you fucked up.
What?
Do you want some? I was like, hell yeah, I want some. So now I'm like fucking drunk out of my mind. I'm high, I'm fucking buzzing off this honey.
What is in the honey?
It's just like a hallucinogenic honey that you get from like the Himalayan mountains.
What?
It's mad hard to get, but it's fucking dope.
What?
You want to hear the story? I'm just kidding. No, I mean, I don't really have any backstory on the honey neither. Like, I'm trying to act cool about it, but I don't know where it came from. I know it worked. I know it was functional. It did what he said it was going to do. But I don't know where it came from. Like, I don't really know the origin of the Himalayan
I fucking love you.
acid bees or whatever the fuck they are. Like,
oh my God.
So anyway, so I'm drunk, I'm high on the honey, and then we also did the show.
Yeah.
So you got that buzz too. You know what I mean? You got that adrenaline. Because like we did good because we was drunk and high. We didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So everything is like, we was feeling good. We was talking to girls and shit. You know what I mean? And hollering. So I got in the car. The party ended. I go into the car and I'm like texting this girl. Like, I was talking to her in the party. Yeah. And I was like, I'm going to keep texting you as I leave. You know what I mean? Just trying to be flirty and shit. So I'm texting her. The valet pulls up the car. I get in the car and I'm still fucking texting her, driving the car, like not even looking like in the direction of the windshield. Like I'm just like in my phone and then boom, the fucking airbags come out. I'm like, oh shit. The whole fucking shit is wrapped around like it's fucking tacoed around the pole. And I was like, oh. And these dudes, like, people run up. They're like, yo, you okay? Yo, you okay? I was like, I don't fucking know. I was like, I have no clue. And then this one dude comes up. He's like, yo, you got to get the fuck out of here. I was like, what? He was like, the cops are coming. I was like, oh, okay. I'll tell them what happened. He's like, no. Because it's like, it's illegal to drink and drive, of course, but it's like super illegal there. Yeah. Whereas if I was sober and got into that accident, they would have been like, you're fine. You know what I mean? They would have gave me a paper. I would have sent that to insurance. They would be like, because it happens, like they drive crazy out there. So like an accident. So also alternatively, what people would do is like, if I was drinking and driving and I had a sober passenger, before the cops came, we would just switch seats. And the sober person would be like, oh, I was driving and I fucked up. And they were like, all right, that's fine. Like, so it's just like anything like that. But I had nobody in the car with me. I'm fucked up. Like, one eye is looking this way, one eye is looking up. And I'm just like, no, I'm fine. I'm not drunk. What do you mean? And I was, and it was fucking, and then like eventually the cops showed up. I actually called the girl back who I was texting. I was like, yo, you got to come back. She was like, yo, I'm not playing with you. Like, no, I'm not coming back. Because I was like, this is the type of shit I'm saying to her before the accident. I'm like, yo, you got to come see me. Yo, where you at? Come back, yo. So now I'm hitting her back. I'm like, yo, come back. Yo, I just got in a car accident. She's like, yo, shut up. Like, you're so stupid. I hate you. You didn't get in a car accident. I was like, yo, I really got in a car. I was like, I really got in a car accident, though.
You're just playing your head.
She's like, if I come back and you're not in a car accident, I'm going to be so mad. And I was like, okay, nah. I was like, you won't be mad. So then she comes back, and by the exact moment she comes back, the fucking cops pull up. And they're just like, yo, what the fuck? And they're speaking in Arabic. I'm speaking drunk English. So then they was just like, they took me into the station and then went to jail for the weekend.
For the weekend?
Right.
2 nights.
It happened on, their weekend was different. Because their weekend back when I was there was Friday, Saturday. Because there's Sabbath. You know. I don't know what they call it. I don't want to call it Sabbath because I don't want you to get right. I don't want you to get hate mail from Muslims like it's not a fucking Sabbath. But you know, their holy day. Let's say that their holy day was Friday, so their weekend was like Friday, Saturday. So this happened a Thursday night. I was there Friday. I was there Saturday. Courts open back up on Sunday, and I got out like Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening.
Did you have to do more jail time?
No, I had to pay mad money. How it works out there is you get a fine. So the punishment is a fine. So my fine was however many dirhams, and they reduce your fine by 100 dirhams a day. So it's like you have 1,000 dirham fine. In 10 days, you can go home without paying anything.
I see.
But my shit was like, I did the math. I was in there. I was like, if nobody pays this shit, I'm going to be here for like a year and a half or some shit like that.
Wow.
Right. So like I had the money. I mean, I was working. And the people who I was working for hadn't paid me. So I was like, yo, you gotta fucking pay. I was like, you gotta pay me right now. Like, I need that shit right now. And they was like, all right. Like, I explained. They was like, oh, okay. All right. So, but yeah, that was the time I crashed the car in Dubai.
I love that you were like, the girl has to come back. You have to come back. And I crashed the car. You have to come and see this.
Right.
That would really get her going.
I wanted her to help me. At this point, I really wanted help. I was like, yeah, it was like the boy who cried wolf. It was like the end of that story. I was like, no, seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, come back. No, please. God, please. Oh, God. No, this time for real.
Yeah.
No, this time for real. You must come back.
Did she help you?
She couldn't. The cops got in. By the time she showed up. But she took my ex-wife's number and told her what happened and shit like that.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's probably what your ex-wife loved.
Right. Getting a call from a lady.
Yeah.
Like, hey, Sim just got in a car crash.
He's in jail.
Right. But he's good.
Didn't you dodge a bullet?
Right. In other news, I have no idea why my wife divorced me. That's crazy, right? That she did that to me. You know what I mean?
I don't know what happened.
Could be anything.
Yeah.
We'll never know.
Just a clash of personalities.
Probably. We just outgrew one another.
Yeah.
I think.
Simeon!
I think that's what happened.
So you eventually come back from Dubai.
Right. From Dubai, from Abu Dhabi, we went to China.
What?
Yeah.
Still with your wife?
Yeah. We didn't get divorced until 2020.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It wasn't. We was working. But here's the thing: because that happened in Dubai, like when we went to China, I was like, I was really trying to not do comedy because I was like, I think I've put this woman through enough. You know what I mean? So I was trying to be like a good house husband and stay at home dad and that type of shit. But that shit drove me insane. I was just in the house, being a good dude, going mad.
Yeah.
Just really going fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I was just I wanted, I'll fucking stab somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it was we were in China. Abu Dhabi and Dubai were very accommodating to foreigners.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You show up there and there's somebody speaking English, oh, let me help you navigate this system. You go to China, yo, fuck you.
Yeah.
Figure it out, bitch.
Yeah.
Welcome to China. But they say that in Chinese. So you're what'd he say? What'd he say? What did he say? He said, figure it out, bitch. Oh, okay. Is that an office I go to or what?
Do you speak Mandarin?
I do not.
No.
I refuse to learn how to protest.
Yeah?
No, it's just it's just hard to learn.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's
it seems impossible.
It's hard. It's it's hard to learn unless you're doing it focused. You know what I mean? You're with your Chinese teacher and then going outside and speaking Chinese and watching films and really taking it in. If you do that, because when I was by the time I left, I could say can I get a beer?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can say shit I needed to say, do you have cigarettes? And,
yeah.
You know what I mean? What time is the train or shit like that? But I couldn't converse with people.
Yeah.
But
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
So no comedy in China.
No, I did. Well, what happened is when we first got there, I was like, I'm not really trying to do comedy, but blah, blah, blah. But I was going crazy, and then COVID hit.
Yeah.
So what happened with COVID is China shut down the borders. So they had all of these like spots around China where they would fly people in, and then that person would just do all of these spots. So they would just kind of tour China.
Yeah.
And all of these producers, they had like a network. So they'd be like, all right, you go to your show, and then he'll go from there to your show. And everybody would collaborate. So this person gets X amount of money.
Yeah.
Their travel is being handled, et cetera. And they had all of these things, but now they couldn't fly people in. So we were in the country, and if we left, we couldn't come back in. So she wanted to finish out her contract.
Yeah.
So at this point, I was just like, all right, fuck it. I was started, dabbling, doing like a mic here and there.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
That just, that's just snowballs. I'm
Yeah,
like, I can do a mic once a month, and I'll be fine. I'll just
It's
get the
like
bug out.
Going to the gym.
One
That's
line.
it. Yeah.
One line.
Yeah.
One line.
One joke a night. That's
Right.
it.
One joke. I'll do one joke. I'll come right back.
Yeah.
And the first night you do it, you're like, oh, that felt good.
Yeah.
That felt good. What if I say this after that one joke?
I know.
Like, what if I just followed a quick tag? I'm gonna just do a quick tag on it.
Yeah. So part of you is like, I wish I bombed so that I didn't
Right,
feel the
right,
need to do it
right.
again.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just do it one more time with the tag.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it one more time.
This
with
is
the
gonna
tag.
get him.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna do this one with the follow up. Next thing you know, you're doing a 5.
Yeah.
Now you got a 10.
Yeah.
Now you're doing a 30.
So
Now you brought some old shit back just to mix it back in.
Yeah,
Some shit you remembered.
You're just trying to make an arc.
Now
baby.
you're running
Yeah.
hours. Now you're producing shows. You know what I mean? Now you're calling up bars, and now
It's a
you're
drug.
just making flyers.
It is a drug.
Yeah. Next thing you know,
Yeah. So you were in China for COVID?
I was in China when COVID started. I was in China.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. How did you get out? Because they
we
had a
left.
lockdown.
We didn't. Well, you could always leave.
Oh.
You were always welcome to leave. You just couldn't get back in if you left. So
I
my
see.
ex had a contract with the school she taught in that she had to be there for this amount of time.
Yeah.
So if we left, because the original plan was China went into lockdown. Well, China went into Chinese New Year, which they kind of shut down the country anyway.
Yeah.
So like people kind of travel to their hometowns and stuff, and they hang out with family, and that usually lasts a couple weeks or maybe a month. And then what they did when COVID hit during Chinese New Year, so they just kept everything locked down. They was just like, don't go back to school, don't open your businesses, don't open your restaurants, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So then we were going through that, and America, nothing was happening here yet.
Yeah.
So we were like, all right, once COVID is over, because that was the mindset.
Yeah,
like
it
once
was.
it's done, we'll just go back to America. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like once the lockdown is done, we'll go back to America. We'll go back, check in with the family,
Yeah.
just to let them, because at this point, people are like, are you guys all right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we heard about that new China
Yeah.
disease.
Yeah.
Do you got it? You know what I mean? And we
Yeah.
were like posting pictures with masks on and shit. And people were like, what the fuck is going on over there? You know?
Yeah.
So our plan, like I said, we were going to leave China once COVID had ended and come to America, like contract or not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But then as soon as it ended in China, that's when America like started. You guys like started lockdown
Yeah.
once we ended. So at this point, like there's no point in coming back because
Yeah.
everything's shut down. There's no shows. No,
Yeah.
everybody's sick and dying. They're like, don't go outside. And then it's fucking Black Lives Matter protest. Cops are shooting everybody. Trump is in charge. They're like, yeah, let's hang out.
Yeah.
Let's hang out in China for a little bit. You know,
We're gonna take a minute.
Yeah, I mean, it's fight the power, guys. So
Yeah.
we
Go get them.
right, you guys got this.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my
Heart
cigarettes over
emojis.
here. Yeah.
Sending love to my brothers in New York.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, we was just like, nah, we're not going back to that shit.
Yeah.
So then at this point, it was just like, all right, I might as well just go do shows
Yeah.
around China until America opens back up. And then, then we'll go back to America. But the contract ended, and we just ended up back here in July. Yeah, July last year, 2021.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. How fun. Did you like China?
I did. I like China, the experience of China. I'm
Yeah.
glad I went to China,
Yeah.
but like I wouldn't go back to China. I'm not like I would go back to Abu Dhabi like right now. Like I would go to
Really?
Dubai
Wow.
like in an instant.
That's
like I
so
love that
interesting.
place. I
Really?
love that place to death. But like China, like no, I'm good.
Yeah.
like I don't
What
want to.
city in China were you in?
I was in Wuxi. So it's
Wuxi.
about 45 minutes from Shanghai.
Oh, okay.
You know what I do miss about China? I do miss the high-speed rail. The
Oh,
high-speed rail was amazing. You could get from like Beijing to Shanghai in like 5 hours on the train.
are they far away?
Yeah, it's like the
I know
equivalent
nothing
like,
about
well, it's like
geography.
going from like, say, like Washington to Texas in
Wow.
like 4 hours.
That's like a flight.
Right. So you had the option that you could take a flight, you could take the train.
Dang.
Yeah, it was cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was dope.
Now, was it like, did you live in a big house?
We lived in a big, like, you see this, like, like those big giant apartment complexes.
Okay.
We lived in one of those. We were on like the 20-somethingth floor. Like,
Were there a lot of people who spoke English? Like, did you have friends?
she had her co-workers
Yeah.
because she's taught at an international school. And then I had my comedy friends, and then I was also DJing out there.
Oh, wow.
So I had, like, I would do like a lot of like international parties and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like, what would happen is we would be like Chinese society doesn't create like how we have like Chinatown.
Mm-hmm.
Like they don't have something like that for like, you know what I mean?
For,
There's no
like,
like
expats.
America Town
Yeah.
or like Britain
What would
Town.
it be? Just McDonald's?
But that's the thing. Like they force you, like that's their strategy. Like you have to live amongst the Chinese. Like,
Yeah.
You can't break off and like have your own little cultures. They're
Oh,
like, no,
okay.
you gotta live with us. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like if you're
okay.
here, you're here. So we lived like, so everybody lived around China. Well, everybody's neighbors were Chinese, but when we had events, like everybody would come together. So we would all meet at bars and shit
Yeah.
and have parties and shit. And our parties were so lit that like Chinese people would come
Yeah.
and just be like, oh, this is so crazy. You know what I mean? Because Chinese people, like, they're not like social like we are. You know
Oh,
what I
really?
mean? Like as far as like partying and like being in the street talking
Yeah.
to each other, like they don't get down like that. Like,
No?
They're very regimented. But
Huh.
they're fascinated by it. But like it's like their parents didn't do it. So it's like they're
Yeah.
learning a lot of shit from us. Like they see
Yeah.
us and they're like, oh, I want to be a rapper. And you're like, oh, okay.
You're like, oh no.
Right. I don't think, okay.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, you can
And
try.
then they'll put on like blackface and an afro wig, and they're like, "Look, I'm a rapper." And you're like, "Ah, bro, you were so close. You were almost like." And it's not like you're not. That's not offensive. You
Yeah.
really got to explain. You're like, "Bro, nah."
You just don't know.
You
I know your
can't-
heart's
you got
in a
it.
fun
You got it.
place.
He's like, "I'm you." Like, nah, bro, nah, don't do that.
You're just
Right. All the other Chinese people are like, you're Sim. I get it. You're Sim. They're like pointing at him. They're like, you're him. I like it.
You're just like, no,
They're
God,
like, no,
please,
guys,
God.
stop, please. It's like spreading.
There's
It's
so
a
many
so-
Sims.
it's a social
so
media.
Many Sims.
It's a social media fucking viral moment. Just Chinese people in blackface. Like, I'm Sim. I'm like, stop, please. Everyone, please don't do this anymore.
Now you're tall though, so you
I
must have stuck out.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like try and buy clothes in China and they would like laugh at me. Because China, they also like scale everything down. So
Yeah.
like a Chinese small is
Yeah.
probably like an American like extra small or some
Really?
shit like that. Right. So even like American, everybody from the West is over there like, get the fuck out of here. Guys. Like, come on. Like I was over there, I swear to God, I was wearing like a 5XL. I was like,
Really?
I'm not a fucking 5XL. Like, you guys are bugging the fuck out right now. Come on. Like, and then it threw me off because I came back to America and I was like, I don't know what fucking size I am
Yeah.
anymore. Because I'm buying like 3Xs. I'm like, oh no, this is not right.
My cousin went to, I think it was China, and he's 6'4", and he's a big guy. You
Right.
know, we
He
call him
couldn't
Big
find
Jim.
anything.
No, he was more like up there, and they would like ask to take pictures with him.
Right.
Did that happen to you?
I've taken pictures with people's children. Like I've had people hand me babies.
No.
Yeah. Like, I think I have it on Instagram. Hold on. I think I
Really?
posted it. Yeah.
Oh my God. Are you? Yeah, they said that they would come up and be like, can I take a picture? You're
Right.
like white Buddha.
No, I was every basketball star.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That is
Well, they have
wild.
they have a CNBA,
Oh,
the CBA, the Chinese
China-
Basketball
okay.
Association, and like Steph Marbury plays over there.
oh, I don't know who that is.
He was a big basketball guy in New York,
Okay.
and he's like over there now. He's huge over there,
Oh, really?
like Stephon Marbury's. But yeah, there's a
Yeah.
big basketball presence.
I was gonna say NBA is big in
Right,
China,
so
right?
they saw me and they would be like, "Oh, are you in the NBA, CBA?" And I was like, "Yeah, yes, I'm in the CBA drinking fucking Baijiu at 4 a.m. at an outside food market." Yes, sir, you got me. You know
Don't tell
us
my
athletes,
coach.
right? You know us
Yeah.
athletes sneaking the whooshy for a bit of beer and fucking street meat. Yeah, that's what we do. They were like, oh, good. I'm trying to find this picture. I'm sorry.
That's okay. They would just give you babies? Did you run?
Yeah.
Did you ever just run away?
No.
Oh, good. I got a new baby.
But I don't like as like a black person, like you don't like, especially when you're like towering over people, like you don't want to seem scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a bad idea to be like, oh, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You know what I mean? Like you want to be very like peaceful, especially it's China. Like you don't want to get detained. You know what I mean? I was just playing. When I ran with the baby, I was kidding.
Yeah.
It was a joke. Like, yeah, I don't get that joke. Like, you're going to have to explain that joke to me in Chinese, bro.
Have you ever been?
There you go.
Oh, yeah? Here's it. Oh, my God. That is someone's baby. That is someone's baby that someone just handed you. Where are you? In a supermarket?
We were in, China had these like play places.
See it? Is that possible? Oh, yeah. Maybe this one. Yeah, you can see it. It's just holding the baby.
I can send it to you.
Send it to me. We'll put it in our stories.
Yeah.
But it's so funny.
Yeah.
I mean, the other day I was on a plane and this baby was in front of us. And it was a well-behaved baby, very sweet. And the dad was holding it and she was like waving to me and then she would reach out to touch me. And then I went, oh, boop. And I just booped her little hand like that. And the mother was like, oh. And I was like, oh, I shouldn't touch this baby.
Right.
Oh, my God. Like I didn't. But the baby was reaching toward him. So I just boop, and she. And I was like, okay. So I can't imagine someone just handing you their
Well, it's funny
child.
because people would walk up to my son and just like pick him up.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like they're different
That's
over
crazy.
there. They would like walk
That's
up.
not a boop. That's a whoop.
Right. Like, and I'd be like, I'm like, what are you doing?
They would just pick him up?
Right, they were like pick, but it was nothing malicious. They would like pick him up. They were like, oh, because it's like a black child. They like for real had never seen that before.
Really?
Like they would touch his hair and they're like, oh.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's a good chance my son grows up and like doesn't like Asian. You know what I mean? And just doesn't know why. He just like can't put those feelings together. I was just like, I think I know why. I think I know why you're like that. It's like, fucking Asians. I hate them. I don't know why. It's just like, that's my fault, son.
Yeah.
I let these Chinese people just pick you up, kinda.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Well, at least they were nice.
Right. I'm like, here, come on, son.
Yeah.
They didn't mean it like that, son.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
He's like, no, I don't know what it is.
They thought you were precious. They thought you were so.
I feel like they want to touch me. Every time they near me, I feel like they just want to touch me and pick me up or something. I'm like, wow, that's weird, son. I don't know why you have those feelings.
Oh. Well, Simeon,
Yes.
this is the part where I like to ask, are there any stories we didn't get to? We got to a lot of stories. These are a lot of fun.
Yeah. Are there? I
Yeah.
don't know. These are the things I remember.
Yeah. Are you someone who blacks out?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
What-
Yeah.
Have you heard stories of what you've done when you've been blacked out?
Well,
Like what kind of blacker out?
I'm a good blacker outer. We were talking about this before you started. Like I have the privilege of being to just like walking through the streets unbothered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people aren't gonna really harass me.
Yeah.
Even if I'm like stumbling over drunk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just not the type of
No.
person that people are like, hey, what's wrong with you?
You
Get
also
your shit together.
always have a smile on your face.
Right. I'm probably like laughing
You're
out
always just
loud.
like-
People are like, oh, he's an insane person.
Yeah. But you're always cheerful. Whenever I see you, you're always just cheerful.
That's
And
the
I've seen you
alcohol.
in various stages of drinking. So
Right. It just gets worse and worse. Like
yeah, but you're always the
but
consistency.
I'm definitely
your
like I
smile.
do get that like happy, like too happy drunk.
Too happy?
Yeah.
Is there such a thing?
Well, it's just like as a big dude, you can't just be like roughing people up with your hugs. You know what I mean? You can't just like
Yeah.
It's not just like women. You're like, come here, girl, I love you. Fucking bear hugging them, scruffing up their hair,
Oh yeah,
kissing
no, I'd
them
be
on their face.
pissed.
They're like, what the
If you
fuck?
scruff up my hair,
Right.
you're gonna die, Simeon.
Like, come on, Sim, get it together. Be a little more angry when you drink, all right?
No, I love you.
Like, I refuse. Another bear hug. It's just hugs all around.
But yeah, no, never.
When in college, I remember blacking out, and then they like dragged me to the shower and just like turned it on.
With your clothes on?
Yeah, everything. Yeah, everything. Just in the.
How rude.
I think it would have been more rude if they took my clothes off. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like that would have been more of a violation.
Yeah,
for them to be
that's
like,
true.
let's strip them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's take off your shoes
No, well, yeah.
and take your phone away.
We didn't have phones. Come on, I'm old. We didn't have phones. We were outside living life. That's what we did.
We were in the shower getting wet.
You're goddamn right. Borrowing cars from security guards. That's the name of my next single. Borrowing cars from security guards.
He didn't last too long.
He did not last. I wish him well, though. I don't know what he's doing now. What if he's just like still doing that same shit? He's
he just
like
goes
40.
from college to college to college.
And now he's just like my age, like 45. He's like, you fellas need a ride. Just still like looking for validation
And
from
they're all
college
like,
kids.
no, we don't.
Sir,
Well, Uber.
I lost my phone. Please help me find it.
Oh.
All right, because I got weed. They're like, no.
Oh, God. Okay. So no more stories?
I mean, I don't know. Let me think. Like, it's been.
You did great.
I mean,
Feel no pressure.
I've been getting fucked up for a long time. Those are like the highlights. I mean, Dubai is definitely like my drunken, like, that was my zenith.
Yeah.
That's where I peaked. Everything
peak
else,
of the mountain.
everything else, I'm just like treading water and referring back to that.
Yeah,
That's my Thriller.
Yeah.
It's my Thriller album.
Yeah.
I'm like, remember I did that shit? That's how fucked up I get. Like, I'm like Eddie Murphy of drinking now. I don't have to do shit no more.
Yeah.
My legacy speaks for itself. I don't got to keep proving shit to y'all.
You know what? You're right.
No,
you
I'm just
don't.
playing. I'm getting fucked up tonight. Right away. Let's fuck.
What's your
out.
drink of choice?
It evolves. So here now, currently, I'm doing Casamigos and soda,
Oh, okay.
tequila soda, and I like a good, I like a beer.
Mm-hmm.
In China, I was drinking beer, and they had this drink called Baijiu,
Mm-hmm.
which was like 100 million proof.
Jesus.
It was the strongest shit. It didn't taste good. Like, it had no redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
It didn't, like, when you were drunk on it, you were, like, violent and, like, belligerent, so it wasn't even, like, a fun feeling. It was just, like, cheap gas.
Yeah.
We drank it. It was, like, $1
Oh,
for, like,
wow.
a liter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was so good. So good. Such good time. It was the type of shit you drank, like, once a month
Mm-hmm.
and, like, recoiled every time you saw it thereafter.
Yeah.
And then you forget. And you're like,
Mhm.
oh, let me get some Baijiu. Fuck it, why not? And then in Abu Dhabi, that was when I drank the least, even though all that shit happened. But I was drinking like whiskey out there.
Mm.
And then back before we left, I drank Hennessy.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's what an evolution.
Right.
You're a little guy who
But
does it
I
all.
like, I drink on, depending on the occasion. Like, I'm not going to drink tequila. Well, tequila soda is a good drink to have throughout the day.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good brunch drink. It's not really a good dinner drink.
No.
I'll do wine at dinner.
Okay.
Right.
Bougie.
And then drinks after.
Yeah.
Or beer at dinner.
Yeah.
Because drinking alcohol with food just seems too alcoholic-y.
That's the alcoholic.
That's my line. That's where I draw the line. Like, drinks with food is
the
weird.
healthy way to drink? The way drinks were
No,
intended?
I mean you eat and then drink. Like, like having a plate of food in front of you with like a cocktail, that's weird. Like water.
That's how it's
weird.
supposed to be.
No, you're supposed to finish your food and then you have a drink.
Like, they literally do wine pairings. For
Wine
meals.
makes sense. No, wine makes sense. But like a fucking, like a fucking vodka cran
Oh, I see
with a
what you
chicken
mean.
dinner. Like,
I
that's
see.
not normal. You know what I mean? Like, that's you got to chill. You can wait till you finish eating.
Got it.
But a wine absolutely. Like, you
Okay.
take a bite. Yeah. No.
I was
That
like-
makes a lot of sense. But like a fucking, you know what I mean? Like a Jägermeister shot with dinner. Like, that's not good.
No.
Do
That,
fucking
I agree with you there.
Goldschlagers and fucking barbecue. Like, nah, that's not how you drink. Even I have my limits.
Okay. Simeon, I like to know that you have a standard.
You goddamn right.
Yeah.
Goddamn
Not having
right. What
a
am I,
hard
an
liquor
animal?
with dinner.
What am I, an animal? Yeah, I'll drive a car without the knowledge of how to operate said car. I'm not going to drink alcohol with my dinner. Not at the same time. It's ridiculous.
Well, Simeon, this has been a real treat.
It
I
definitely
gotta
was.
tell you,
Thank you
I
so
had
much
so
for
much
having
fun. Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram at Sim de la Creme, and I have a Patreon. My special is on there.
Oh, you got got a special. That's great.
It's $1. It's $1 a month. You can only see it on Patreon.
Oh, that's fun.
/ Simeon Goodson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do that. Everybody go do that. Simeon's so fun.
Let me get $1, yo.
Yeah. Give him $1.
Let me get $1.
Give the guy $1.
Come on.
Do you do other stuff on your Patreon?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I have like a bunch of stuff up there, like clips and stuff, but like I'm just like I don't want to up the price because I don't want to do any more work.
No, I get it.
You know what I mean? It's like it's $1, bro. Like if you got it, I get it. If you don't got it, I get it. But you know what I mean? It's like let me get $1, yo. If you want to see the special, help me out. Get $1.
Simeon Goodson, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love you.
Love you more.
Bye. Don't drink and drive.
No, take the train.
There you go.